New York Rangers draft pick, one of the top goalies in major junior hockey. Dylan, what's going on tonight? Tuesday night in Kamloops. What are you up to?
Yeah, not too much. We had practice today, so kind of just came home, just finished dinner, and now I'm just hanging out the rest of the night.
Who's your billet family?
Anthony and Sarah Cazzetto.
Okay, and multiple years for you with them, or is this a new one this year?
This is my second year. I spent like the bubble season with them, so it's kind of technically my second season. Yeah.
And on your own or roommate?
I'm on my own.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
New audience here. I know I've asked you this question before, but I want to ask you about the nickname, Woody. I think it's bang on for me. I see the resemblance, but how did you get that nickname? What do you think about it?
Yeah, it's funny. A lot of people like think it's from Toy Story, like that I kind of look like him, but actually it's not. It's basically when I was 15, I went to billets, and the year before they had the Billet brothers who were living there had a billet goalie named Blake Wood for training camp, and since I came in, I was kind of their second goalie, so they kind of started calling me Woody 2.0 kind of thing, and it just kind of stuck. So that's basically how it is.
I was actually completely wrong. I thought it was all Toy Story.
Yeah, that's what everyone thinks.
Okay, there's no easy segue here. Let's move into COVID-19 talk. What's the latest with your team, and when you guys can get back on the ice together?
Yeah, as of right now, we just got back, the majority of us today together. All the guys who did test positive got on the ice together today, and then in one group, and then in a separate group, the guys who tested negative went, and they're still waiting for their negative results. So we're not fully together as a team. I'm not sure where they are in that result standpoint. I haven't really heard anything, but we're hoping to get together as a full team tomorrow.
Okay, I don't want to get you in trouble here, so don't answer this if you can't, but did you get COVID, and what was your experience like with it?
Yeah, I did have it. It wasn't too bad. It definitely, like, for like 2 days, it wasn't great. It was kind of like a pretty bad cold, and then just kind of laid in bed for 2 whole days kind of thing. And then after that, it started going away and went away quick. And now, I feel completely normal. So it was really like 2.5 days where I felt like I had a cold, and then it kind of went away after that.
How fed up are you with this thing, man? This virus that just won't go away?
Yeah, it's definitely tough. I think everyone's in the same boat where it's kind of taken over and stuff like that. You see, like, through the whole Western League, like, a lot of games got postponed last weekend and stuff like that. It's definitely, discouraging one way to look at it, but another way is, we got through it now, and now it's not really a problem for our team going forward in the future for the next little while, which is great. And I definitely, if we were to get it as a team, it's better to get it now in January than in the middle of April and stuff like that. So it's good to get it over with, and I'm excited to finish off the year with you guys.
I mean, I don't want to harp on it and make it negative, but your career, when I think about your career, 2 potential championship caliber teams don't get to go to the playoffs, so you don't get a chance to go and have those big moments in the big series or chase a WHL championship or a Memorial Cup. Then you make the World Juniors team last year. No fans, still a cool experience. You won silver, but no fans at that tournament. And then one of your lifelong hockey goals, you make World Juniors, you're in line to perhaps be the starting goaltender, and then boom, it's robbed from you. So it's like the hits just keep on coming for you. I mean, what hurts the most out of all that?
For sure, definitely a lot of hits. I think kind of a lot of hockey players they missed a lot of opportunities, and I'm in the same boat. I think probably, like you mentioned, those 2 playoff caliber teams that we had, and we didn't get to go through playoffs and kind of get that experience. Just that would have helped my hockey career a lot, win or lose. And that's definitely the most disappointing part for sure. But I also think it goes both ways. Obviously COVID's been tough, but for me, it's kind of, helped me with the opportunities too. Like, I got to go to the World Juniors last year, and then after that, I got to go play pro hockey for 2 months down in, the New York Rangers system, where typically, without COVID, I wouldn't have had that opportunity. So that's definitely big in my development. And then, like you said, I got to go to World Juniors again this year. Obviously tough getting canceled, especially, I worked really hard to make that team and earn that number 1 spot. And I really wanted to win a gold medal. So it's tough there, but it definitely goes back and forth. I think I've done a good job of making the most of it. And, it's just a thing, and everyone's got to get through it. And it's kind of, what we're doing, and trying to do the best that we can with it.
Yeah, and fingers crossed you do get a chance to see if you can come to fruition this year with this team. So how do you see your team right now and how it's positioned heading into the stretch drive?
I think we have a really good team. I think you could see through the first month, we really kind of started to believe that we have a, championship caliber team. Obviously, the last little month there, we've kind of been in a tough stretch and hit some adversity. And I think that's kind of expected through a season. Obviously, it's never fun going through it, but I think, especially with this COVID part of it, I think it's kind of at the tail end of that adversity part. And we're kind of, back on the upswing. I know the guys are really excited to get back at it this week. And I'm definitely excited for the rest of the year. We're still like a long ways away, a couple months from playoffs, but I know that we're still going to keep building right now and get even better. And, come playoff time, I'm definitely confident in our group that, we can make a long run and hopefully, maybe win a championship would be great.
I know you're a player. I'm not going to ask you to put yourself in Sean Clouston's shoes, but you're also a student of the game. So how do you see the predicament that GMs, some feel they're in right now with COVID, potentially maybe being a worry for them for the deals they're going to make, and then some feeling less worried about that and, maybe willing to be a bit more risky at the deadline. How do you see that predicament that faces all GMs in the league right now?
Yeah, for sure. It's tough. It's definitely, I feel like it's tough when you look back at, when I was 17 and we got shut down because of COVID, and, that's always a possibility now each year anyway. So that's definitely tough. I think for us specifically, I think you asked Sean the other day about it. I saw on Twitter, it was like, we're definitely a good team now. And next year we're still going to be a good team. And, maybe we're hosting Memorial Cup. So it's kind of tough to, I don't know, sell or not sell, but load up for this year when, we still got a shot at it again next year. So, I think a big thing that I learned, from my time in Hartford, actually, with playing pro hockey was managers manage, coaches coach, and players play. And, for me, I'm a player. So my job is just to play and focus on that. And, I know Sean will do everything he can and, what he thinks best for the team. And I definitely have full, trust and support in him. And I know he's going to do whatever it takes to help our team. And, for me, I just focus on playing, and that's kind of my job.
What's it like for you to know you're not going to be here next year, right? You're not going to be here for that Memorial Cup run. So, and given the fact that you haven't had that chance to see what you can do in the playoffs, and now maybe this kind of the team kind of being in a tough place with being able to make these deals that, could help you this year in your last year. How do you hope it all kind of shakes down?
Yeah, I don't even know. I kind of haven't really even put much thought into it. I feel like it's kind of for me, a little selfish to look at it that way. Oh, this is my last year. Let's load up now and stuff like that. I think, whatever happens. If we make a big deal this year or not, then great. And if not, whatever, we still have a good enough team that we can get the job done with the guys that we got now. And like I said earlier, I just got to focus on what my job is, and everything else will take care of itself.
Yeah. Let's focus on the guys that you do have right now to finish it off. And what makes you confident in this team as it is even right now?
Well, I think we just have a lot of depth. Obviously, our top guys on forward are great guys. Obviously, you got guys like Logan Stankoven, who are probably one of the best goal scorers in the Western League. And, we got 3 solid lines, and we've added a couple players, this past week to help their depth there at forward. And then our D, one of the best D cores in the league. I honestly believe we've got a lot of veteran guys and a lot of older guys. And, I think, you ask anybody, they're happy with our team and they're great. And then, I think you just see the way that we've played and the way that we kind of stack up against other teams. It's, obviously when we play our game and, we stick to the structure, obviously we're really well coached with Sean there. And, when we kind of buy into the game plan and stick with structure, we can beat any team in the league. And we all know that. So, it's just a matter of kind of building off what we've already had and, keep getting better. So when playoff time rolls around, we kind of are all committed and buy in and know how to win and just come down to execute. And I think we all believe in our group, and definitely looking forward to hopefully getting the opportunity to play in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, and hopefully in front of a full house, because I feel bad for you guys that you haven't. Most of you guys haven't experienced that in those 7 game series and going into opposing barns and you getting a big win and honking the horn on the way out. Like that just hasn't happened for a lot of you guys. Any final thoughts you want to leave us with? Anything about this team we don't know that we should know? Anything you want to add? Go ahead.
Yeah, nothing specific. I'm just, like I said, looking forward to the rest of the year, and I think we got big things coming.